Welcome back, friends, to the English Guetta YouTube channel. In the third part of the playlist, we will discuss how to change the comparative into other degrees. In Bernard Shaw's play Candida, the heroine has to choose between her husband and her lover. She decides to give herself to the weaker of the two. Though Candida's husband is older, stronger, and apparently more confident than his rival, she finds him the weaker of the two. She knows that he cannot manage his life if she is not around to care for him. We use the comparative degree to say that one person or object possesses a particular quality in a greater or a lesser degree than their counterpart. The comparative form of the adjective is followed by the conjunction than, than. Don't mistake it for the adverb than, then. Consider these examples of the comparative degree. In the first example, the comparison is between the kettle and the tea. In the second one, the comparison is between Mudassir Gujjar and all the cricketers in the world. Thus, one person is compared with all others belonging to the same class. If the comparison is strictly between two entities, the comparative can change only and only into the positive degree. As we have seen earlier, the affirmative will turn into the negative with the change of the degree. Let us do these examples one by one. Reversing the order of the nouns that are being compared, use wealth as the subject of the positive degree sentence. Use an appropriate form of the linking verb be in accordance with the subject. Place not after the linking verb to make it a negative statement. Use the positive degree structure so important as. We can also say as important as, and the sentence with the noun that functions as the subject of the original sentence. Using the same formula, we can do other examples. Priyanka is not so young as Nick. Oil is not so heavy as water. Unknown angel is not so good as known devil. The sword is not so mighty as the pen. Here are 5 examples of the comparative degree in form of negative statements. Apart from turning the negative into the affirmative, we can use the formula as discussed above to change them into the positive degree. Let's start with the first example. Reversing the order of the nouns which are being compared, use the student as the subject of the positive degree. Use an appropriate form of the linking verb be in accordance with the subject. Remove not to make it an affirmative statement and use the positive degree structure and the sentence with the noun that functions as the subject of the comparative degree sentence. Following the same formula, we can do other examples. The earth is as wide as the sky. Silence is as profitable as speech. The miser is as poor as the beggar. Making a prayer is as meritorious as helping the poor. Here are four examples of the comparative degree in which the phrases like most other, any other, and anything in the world indicate that the comparison subsumes three or more objects. In that case, we can change the comparative into the positive as well as the superlative degree. To change first into the positive degree, reversing the order of the nouns being compared, use the phrase very few islands in the world as the subject of the positive degree sentence. Please note that replacing the phrase most other with very few retains the meaning of the original sentence. Use the form of the linking verb be in accordance with the subject. Please note that the subject has changed from the third person singular to the third person plural in the present case, and so does the verb form. Use the positive degree structure and the sentence with the noun that functions as the subject of the original comparative degree sentence. Let us now change the same example into the superlative degree. Retain Madagascar as the subject in the superlative degree sentence. The form of the linking verb be will remain the same as the subject has not changed. Replace the phrase very few with one of and place it after the verb. Place the definite article before the superlative form of the adjective and the sentence with the noun phrase islands in the world. Let us do one more example. Very few emotions are as deceptive as love. Love is one of the most deceptive emotions. Consider the last two of the examples that are displayed on the screen. The nouns humanity and the telephone respectively possess the qualities of nobility and being fast in a greater degree than all other objects of their kind. We will first change the comparative into the positive degree. Use the noun phrase nothing in the world as the subject of the superlative degree sentence. Please note that the pronoun nothing replaces anything to retain the meaning of the original sentence. Use the form of the linking verb be in accordance with the subject. Use the positive degree structure and the sentence with the noun that functions as the subject of the original comparative degree sentence. We can change the same example into the superlative degree also. Retain humanity as the subject of the superlative degree. Use the form of the linking verb be in accordance with the subject. Place the definite article before the superlative form of the adjective. End the sentence with the noun phrase thing in the world. Please note that the noun thing replaces the pronoun anything to retain the meaning of the original sentence. Let us do one more example. No other means of two-way communication is as fast as the telephone. Please note that the phrase no other replaces any other to retain the meaning of the original sentence. Now to change into superlative. The telephone is the fastest means of two-way communication. You can pause the video and do the exercises to check your progress on the way to mastering the degrees of comparison. If you wish, you can skip the exercises for now and revisit them later at your convenience. Thanks for watching. Hope you would not miss the next video on the superlative degree. Please feel free to share your comments.